Hey everyone, welcome back. Have you ever noticed how in movies, the truly powerful characters aren't the loudest or most aggressive? They're the ones who stay perfectly calm when everything around them is falling apart. That's not just a movie trope. It's a real-life superpower. True strength isn't about flexing your muscles, but about maintaining your inner stability when the world outside is in chaos. In today's fast-paced, high-stress world, learning to be calm is one of the most valuable skills you can ever develop. So, why does pressure mess with our heads so much? Think of your mind like a still lake. When it's calm, you can see right to the bottom with perfect clarity. But when pressure hits from work deadlines, social media, or just our own high expectations, it's like someone starts throwing rocks into that lake. Each worry, each distraction, creates a ripple. Soon, the water is so choppy and murky that you can't see anything clearly. This mental noise is what makes us feel overwhelmed and unable to think straight. A distracted mind is a weak mind, and pressure is the ultimate distraction. When stress kicks in, our bodies have this ancient built-in alarm system called the fight or flight response. Your heart starts pounding, your breathing gets shallow, and your mind races. Thousands of years ago, this was super helpful if you ran into a saber-toothed tiger, but in modern life, it's usually a massive disadvantage. That same primal reaction that was meant to save you from a predator is now being triggered by a critical email from your boss or an argument with a friend. This flood of stress hormones clouds our judgment, making us reactive and impulsive instead of thoughtful and strategic. We end up making bad decisions because our brain is stuck in survival mode, not problem-solving mode. Now, a lot of people hear "stay calm" and think it means bottling up your feelings, but that's totally wrong. There's a huge difference between emotional control and emotional suppression. Suppression is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You can do it for a while, but eventually it's going to shoot up and smack you in the face. That's what happens when you ignore your anger or anxiety. It builds up and leads to a sudden outburst. Emotional control, on the other hand, is like being a skilled surfer. You can't stop the waves of emotion, but you can learn to ride them. You acknowledge the feeling, understand why it's there, and then choose how to respond, giving you clarity and power. Here's the most important thing I want you to take away today. Calmness is not a personality trait you're born with. It's a skill. Just like learning to play the guitar or speak a new language, you can train your mind to be calm through consistent practice. It's not about being a Zen master overnight. It's about committing to a training regimen for your mind. You wouldn't expect to run a marathon without training your body, right? The same logic applies to your mind. With the right exercises and discipline, anyone can build the mental muscle required to stay composed under pressure. So, how do we start this training? It begins with 3 key pillars: focus, silence, and mental discipline. In our world of constant notifications and endless content, our ability to focus has been shattered. Simple exercises, like focusing on your breath for just 2 minutes, or concentrating on a single task without distractions, can rebuild that mental muscle. And there's silence. We're often afraid of it, filling every quiet moment with podcasts or music. But embracing silence allows your mind to process thoughts and reduce that internal noise. These practices aren't easy at first, but they are the foundation of mental discipline, helping you filter out the clutter and achieve clarity. Okay, let's bring this into the real world. How do you stay calm when your boss is unfairly criticizing you, or when you're in the middle of a family crisis? You use your training. When you feel that surge of anger or panic, that's your cue to activate your skill. You take a deep breath. That's not just a cliché. It actually signals to your brain to calm down. You create a tiny bit of space between the event and your reaction. This allows you to shift from a reactive mindset to a responsive one. You can listen to criticism without getting defensive, navigate a crisis with a clear head, and deal with difficult people without letting them drag you down. It's about applying your practice when it counts the most. To wrap things up, I want you to see calmness as a trained strength, not a passive state. It's an active, disciplined practice. Building a calm and resilient mind is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Every time you choose to pause instead of react, every time you practice focusing your attention, you are laying another brick in the fortress of your mind. It's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent efforts every single day. Start today. Take a moment to just breathe and notice the world around you. That's your first step. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.